Hi everyone, my name is Father Sam Kachuba. Welcome to Faith Friday. Do you remember your best confession? It might sound like a strange way to phrase it. Do you remember your best confession? I remember my best confession. And my best confession happened because it was my worst confession. See, it was the confession where I probably had the worst things that I needed to confess. But I remember it distinctly because it turned out to be such a great moment of God's grace. It was a moment for me where the Lord came powerfully into my life to call me to something greater. So do you remember your best confession? My best confession, I remember going to church and hoping that I was going to find a priest and then praying, God, please don't let it be this priest. Well, guess what? God, in his mercy and in his great sense of humor, not only made my worst, best confession so great, but he also sent me exactly the priest that I did not want. And he sent me that priest because through that priest he was going to work, he was going to give me his mercy, and he was going to call me to something greater. It was the exact opposite of what I wanted, but it was exactly what I needed. You see, when we fall in sin, God always calls us back to himself. When we feel like we're very far away from God because of whatever it is that we've done, he's inviting us to come closer. The gift of confession allows us, even at our worst, even at our most broken, to come to the Lord. Do you remember your best confession? And here's what happens when we remember our best confession. Maybe we beat ourselves up again because we remember that we sinned in a particular way. Maybe we feel bad that we fell so badly. Okay, fine. But do you remember your best confession? And if you do remember that confession, look at how God is at work. That he is calling you deeper. He's calling you to something better. He's calling you to virtue. He's calling you to be heroic. He's calling you out of sin, darkness, evil, and death. And he's calling you into his light, into his love, and into his mercy. And he's calling you to be a witness of that mercy in the world. So, we sin, we fall. But the Lord always gives us that gift of his mercy. This summer, do you remember your best confession? Do you remember your last confession? And would you consider going and allowing the Lord to give you his mercy once again? Would you consider going and allowing the Lord to once again call you into a deeper relationship with him, to once again invite you to that heroic life of virtue and holiness, and so be an instrument of his mercy in the world? God bless you.